All right, have you ever stopped and wondered what the future actually looks like? I mean, for real. Today, we're going to go on a tour of some of the most futuristic tech on the entire planet. And we're talking about a scale that starts with a simple $1 idea and ends with a $1 billion rocket ship that's literally designed to take us to Mars.
You know, it's so easy to hear about the future in these big, abstract terms, but what's it actually going to feel like to live in it? What kinds of problems is it really going to solve for us? Well, today, we're going to look at tech that isn't just a cool concept. This stuff is already out there, changing people's lives right now.
And look, the range we're covering here it's just staggering. We're going to start with innovations you could literally hold in your hand, and from there we'll build all the way up to these massive machines designed to carry all of humanity to other planets. It's going to be a wild ride.
Okay, you ready? Let's dive in and find out.
All right, first up, augmenting human potential. We're talking about technologies that reconnect us to the world. And our first stop is at the most personal level you can imagine. These are technologies designed not just to help us out, but to connect us back to the world in ways that, honestly, used to be pure science fiction.
So check this out. This is Neuralink. It's a $10,000 computer chip that gets surgically implanted right into the brain. It's designed for people like this guy, Nolan. He was paralyzed from the neck down for 8 long years. Was really searching for a purpose, And then he got this implant.
So how does it even work? Well, it's incredible. When Nolan just thinks about moving a cursor, his brain fires off a signal. The Neuralink chip picks that up, translates what his neurons are doing, and turns it into a command for the computer. And just like that, the cursor moves. He can send texts, browse the internet, he can even play video games, all just by using his mind. It's amazing.
But this tech isn't just about the mind. It's also about the body. And this quote, "This is the best day of my life." This comes from a 12-year-old boy named Kai. Kai was born without an arm and was tragically abandoned as a baby. He thought he was just going to a totally normal doctor's appointment one day.
But he wasn't. Instead, he was surprised with this, a $25,000 bionic arm. I mean, this thing looks like it's straight out of a superhero movie. And it's not just a simple prosthetic, not at all. It's packed with sensors that actually pick up the nerve signals from his forearm, and that lets him intuitively control the hand, grab stuff, and even shake someone's hand for the very first time. Just incredible.
Okay, next section, redefining daily life. These are innovations changing how we move, eat, and receive goods. So we're scaling up now, from helping individual lives to totally redefining our daily routines. We're talking about how we'll get to work, how we'll get our stuff delivered, and yeah, even what we're going to eat for dinner.
So, to test out the future of commuting, they actually raced this $150,000 flying car against a normal car. The regular car, had to follow all the traffic laws, stop at signs, follow these winding roads, but the flying car? Nope. It just took a straight shot right over the ocean and got there a full 10 minutes earlier. I mean, can you even imagine a world with no traffic jams?
And it's not just cars. The future of delivery is taking flight too. Get a load of this number, over 750,000. That's how many packages have already been delivered by Wing, which is Google's drone delivery service. In places like Dallas and parts of Australia, stuff that would normally take an hour to get to you now shows up in just a few minutes, even to really remote places. It's already happening.
Okay, now let's talk about food. And this next number is, well, it's pretty shocking. 220 million. That's how many chickens are killed every single day to meet the world's demand for food. It's a scale that's almost impossible to wrap your head around, right? And that's the problem a company called Upside Foods is trying to solve.
So here's their solution, and it's brilliant. After spending over $200 million on R&D, they've perfected this process. They start by taking just a few cells from a chicken egg. Then, they put those cells into this big tank, a cultivator, that basically mimics a chicken's body, and they just feed them nutrients. The cells multiply and grow, and the result? It's real chicken meat. But it's grown without ever having to harm an animal.
But of course, that brings up the one big question I know you're all thinking. It's a really cool process for sure, but does it actually taste like chicken? Does it pass the taste test? Is this just some weird substitute, or is it the real deal?
Well, they put it to the test. In a blind taste test, they made 2 chicken sandwiches, one with traditional chicken, one with their cultivated chicken. And the verdict? I honestly can't tell. It's actually scary how similar they are. People literally could not tell the difference. And why? Because at a cellular level, it is chicken.
This kind of tech could one day save trillions of animal lives. It's a game changer. Okay, now we're going to venture into territory that sounds like it was ripped straight out of a sci-fi movie. For this section, rewriting biology's rules, we're talking about de-extinction and creating new worlds. We're moving beyond just making our world better and into, rewriting the fundamental rules of biology. We're talking bringing back the past and building totally new worlds from scratch.
Get this, there's a $400 million company called Colossal, and their whole business is de-extinction. And no, this isn't just some crazy goal for the future, they've already done it. Using some seriously advanced DNA tech, they have literally resurrected the direwolf. And they're not stopping. They've got DNA from a 43,000-year-old tusk, and your plan is to bring back the woolly mammoth within this decade.
So, if we can bring back old worlds, what about building new ones? Well, for $500 million, you get this, the biosphere. The best way to think about it is like your own personal giant snow globe of Earth. It's a totally sealed-off, self-sustaining habitat, and it's basically the perfect blueprint for how we could one day live on Mars or another planet. And inside this one giant structure, you've got 5 totally different biomes. There's a rainforest where you can literally make it rain on command, a savanna that's perfect for growing food, a desert, a swampland, and even an ocean with its own beach. It's got absolutely everything you would need to sustain human life anywhere in the solar system.
Okay, so all of this amazing tech we've seen, from bionic arms to entire self-sustaining worlds, it all leads us to our final and by far most ambitious destination. This is humanity's next giant leap, becoming a multiplanetary species. We've figured out how we could live on other planets. Now, we just got to get there.
And this is how we're going to do it. This is the $1 billion Starship from SpaceX. And their plan is, well, it's breathtakingly ambitious. The goal isn't just to take a trip to Mars. No, the goal is to make humanity a multiplanetary species. They want to build thousands of these ships, and each one can carry 100 people to start a new life on a whole other world. But wait, how does a giant rocket like this even survive coming back into the atmosphere? I mean, the temperatures get hotter than molten lava. Well, the engineering behind its heat shield is just insane. Look at this test. They take a 2,000-degree blowtorch and aim it right at one side of a single tile. The tile glows bright orange from the heat, but you can put your hand right on the other side and feel absolutely nothing. It's an incredible piece of engineering. You know, it's so easy to get bogged down by all the negative news out there, to feel like the future is maybe a little bleak. But then you see stuff like this. From giving a paralyzed man control over his world again, to building the very ships that will take us to new worlds. What I saw in this video gave me hope. It's hard not to feel a powerful sense of optimism. That's a pretty exciting future to look forward to, isn't it? So, after this whole tour, from tech that rewrites our own bodies to plans for settling other planets, I just want to leave you with one final question to think about. What part of this future excites you the most?